what she should do in reality is leave him where he is. Then knowing that that nutcase is not loose, ring the police. And before the police turn up, smash some of the blues and twos. Make sure just take the door off the latch and just say, well, as long as the blues and twos are there, have a knife in your hand, smash one of the window panes from the outside and leave the door open. But I've smelt like a big poker handy, but do it before the blues and twos turn up. Then she could have claimed that it was this nutter.
Yeah, but I'd prefer the nutter turned up. Hindsight. She didn't even know there was a nutter on the loose.
She does. It couldn't come on radio.
That was after she murdered him.
Yeah, but she murdered him, but she could use that to her advantage.
Oh yeah, but she didn't. I don't know why she didn't think that way.
Well, then what happens is
She made hard work of it.
She puts on a feeble attempt to defend herself by just slightly tumbling before the fire, and he strangles her. She could have grabbed someone and just whacked him in the fucking face or kicked him in bollocks. But then again, if we did that, then we wouldn't have the film. It's like in those typical horror films when someone's escaping a nutcase, and you know, I mean, you can see if in real life, if you were panicking, you would probably do the same. And they can't seem to get the key in bloody hole to fire the car up. Or someone's running through the woods because they're escaping from a nutter. And there's always that obligatory log in the way that they're running and then tripping and go flying arse over tit. Oh yeah, that picture you sent me of saffrons. Is that the very same saffron that we went to in Brick Lane?
That's the very same one.
See,
I was suggested going to 9 Bells for a pint.
Is still in the room when it comes on radio that Nutters escaped.
If I realised that was that
10 Bells, you mean?
10 Bells pub. If I realised it was that close to it, I suggested going for a quick pint to.
Yeah.
I didn't realise it was only just down the road.
It's surprised though how much of the original East End is still there. We know that where the brewery.
No, the Banbury. What's that market thing with a big arch where it went through? And not far from the curry house. There's a market there.
Some Spitalfields.
No.
I think it was.
It's like foreign.
I'm sure it's Spitalfields Marketplace near the 10 Bells. Go to Street View, go to 10 Bells.
Yeah, I want it now, Fernier Street. 10 Bells.
Can you go to the actual street level?
It's off Brick Lane, I think. Ooh. Yeah,
that's the brewery.
So, yeah, the market here.
Oh yeah, there was a market there, but that's the.
Oh, right, fair enough. Yeah, I thought I was getting confused.
That's the former Truman Brewery.
Because we saw a market, didn't we?
Oh, there was a market. I'm selling old second-hand clothing and records. Well, that's the old Truman Brewery.
City Spurs.
What see it there? Look, it's above the thing that says. No, there. Look, Truman. So that's one that used to supply pubs like that one that was in Goodnight Sweetheart, Royal Oak. So it is where I've been there, but it's I think inside now. It's all arty-farty. But I'm thinking about the market hall because the one nearest to the 10 Bells is the Spitalfields Market. Have you seen the website put 10 Bells? Some of their rooms go upstairs, the cocktail lounge and...
Do we?
Oh, man. A lot of these pubs in London, man, absolutely... Some got rooftop terraces. With views, obviously, of London.
Come here, come have a look. Come and have a curry. 3 beers. Saffron.
They were all at it, weren't they?
Yeah, Saffron, Baron Cafe. You've got Chili's at Monsoon. The Best of. It's an anti-shop. Ooh, yes. Saffron. Restaurants, O2O.
Look at that. That's more like bloody red paint than blood.
It's not even, it's too thick, isn't it? Oh, look at that. 4 stars. Saffron. Oh, yes, that's the menu.
Yeah, but a lot of these couriers, though, you know, they've all got the same spiel, aren't they?
Same curry, you ask for a vindaloo and the rice, is the same anyway, isn't it?
Well, not that, I mean, like, to entice you in. They've all got the same spiel. Like, as you walk by, we all happen to actually be, like, 10 minutes before the manager's specials up. Only 10 more minutes to go and you get a free bottle of wine or a free bottle of beer.
Yeah, about an hour ago, well, so there's bullshit, isn't it? Ali Badar fried chicken. Oh, God's sake.
That.
Ali Badar fried chicken. Kebab place. Down Brick Lane. Digital photos. Croissants. City and East sales. Letting management. Contemporary Indian cuisine.
I think London's in what's put the gusher up is. I mean, I took her around London, but she was absolutely amazed at my knowledge and my ability to get about London using underground. And so it's simple, really. You just got to
You find out where you're going, there enough.
find out where you're going, and then simply work out where you got to get off.
Yeah, work out where you need to be.
And then you just got to look at the map of the underground like it's a compass. Well, the 10 Bells website, man, you got is one which says rooms. There's like
I'll use this. Trube Deluxe. You know, plan from location King's Cross Banquets to Westminster. Get joiner plans.
oh we've missed it, Jeff.
What's that? Oh, I know.
We missed a puppy's bounced up and down. There they come.
Ooh.
She's definitely not wearing a bra in that scene. And that's from
Got a little cow from
the house that dripped blood.
Mm.
Who killed Christopher Lee with the voodoo doll. This here, but she's so slack getting that poker. Even then, when she was on the floor with the phone in her hand, she could have run for police and made out that nut job that had done it. She could have literally got away with murder.
See, we've got northern line maps. We can have a look, see where you need to be. status, good service, camera safe, planned closure. Oh, Waterloo City service closed. Park closure.
We don't rarely use that anyway, but mostly it's like the circular. You can get up at another station somewhere else.
Yeah.
What did we have at the Spice Garden?
Where's that? That's at Brown One.
Yeah, opposite the Elstree Inn.
We had vindaloo rice, and you had pickle tray, and I had an onion bhaji. But the onion bhaji was about the size of a bloody apple.
We sure didn't share the pickle tray.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, with poppadoms. Yeah.
My only misgiving with the pickle tray is if you get carried away with a bit of lime, lime chutney, that mango chutney, nothing, crunch. If you don't watch your scent, you're half stuffed before your main course comes.
Mm.
Even you were overwhelmed by the portions you get off the Shapler. Man, I think their meat could be cut a bit smaller.
That's perfect from Shapler.
Yeah.
That's perfect. Especially, I get naan bread, Peshawari naan bread, vindaloo and curry, and that's me done for the night. Lovely. It's worth every penny as well. We get a lot.
I remember we enjoyed the grub at the Spice Garden, but it just didn't have that punch, did it?
No.
So when we either know a Jack the Ripper tour or it was the Craze, I'm not sure.
Need to finish on that because I think we were just about to start on Rimington Place, weren't we? Until that's the last ever visit.
Yeah, I think we ran out of time because
Yeah.
Well, I've been down there. I've been. I went to one of the pubs where he used to hang out with Christie. I visited the resting place of Beryl Evans and her daughter Susanna, which is in a pauper's grave, right at the back of Gunnersbury Cemetery. Buried with probably 5-6 strangers. And it's heartbreaking because there's names on both sides of this stone which is badly faded through corrosion of time. There's like a small section where there's about maybe 15-20 paupers' graves where people just chucked in together because they didn't have the money for a decent burial. And the fact that Timothy Evans was posthumously pardoned and was reinterned, there weren't. Personally, there should have been a public subscription to raise funds to have them buried together. Beryl Evans' unborn child and their young daughter Susanna was murdered by Christie. But she's buried in this. I mean, it's really faded to little porch, little tombstone with 5 other names, total strangers. Right at the back end of Gunnersbury Cemetery. But the actual street where Christie and that lived, they were demolishing it when they were making that film in 1972, Slum Clearances. There's probably only distinguishing feature is on the main road which leads off Bertels Row, wherever it is now. The petrol station which was there then is still there, and there's a brick wall at the end of the street. But there's no real outstanding features to say that the house was there. Bartle credits or.
Yeah. Stupid idiot. They crashed because somebody's driving like a tosser.
And he's yanking steering wheel like a nut job by just saying, "Hey, look out! Turn."
Somebody driving like a bloody idiot.
Yeah, but he didn't help matters by bloody fighting over bloody steering wheel. So when we got to the well, we were persuaded. I think we looked at each other and thought, shall we? Oh well, but good time as any. You know, we go inside, and my disappointment was having to share that platter of rice. Rather than be doing equal portion on separate plates, so you knew one single platter of rice. And my endearing memory of you is, this is the person who could manage the then explosive dynamite hot stag chili. And there's you, almost melting into your own skin, hiccuping, dripping from the nose, every mouthful you're exhaling pain.
Yeah, that was a Vindaloo Turbo, that bastard.
Yeah, I had some hiccups, but I wasn't.
That wasn't the proper. That wasn't the Vindaloo.
That was probably what they call a Tindaloo. Well, I had at the shop at that time when the one at Cowick and I said, "Are you sure? Are you sure you want to file?" He said, "Why don't you try something a bit in between to be sure?" And I had it. I think it was like a Tindaloo. Jesus. How can you say he wouldn't have it? You see, he always swerved off the road like he was pissed. Wasn't it?
Hey?
He went left side of the road and he swerved towards him on right side of the road. So if he carried on left side of the road as he was, it wouldn't have nearly won him off her. If anything, you'll pull him over now and get him on bloody breathalyzer. So I don't think I suffered that much in the meal itself, but I do know I suffered for my arse.
Your art.
Oh, arse. In the early hours of morning at Elstree Inn, where you kept on, imagine that the bathroom light was on, then it was off, then it was on, then it was off. Of course, yeah. I got up 5 times, didn't I?
Yeah.
Because I had that same pain I had when I had that dynamite hot stag chili.
Dirty bastard. She's in probably the early 40s and he's in the pretty late 50s.
Well, obviously she's remarried, hasn't she? Because he's. Did you ever suffer any after effects with that curry from Saffron's in Brick Lane?
No.
Because that's why I thought you were in that toilet at that pub all that time.
No, I was messing about on my phone.
I think the landlord wanted to go upstairs for the afternoon nap because there were no customers, you were bored shitless. And he jokingly said, "Is your mate alright? If he's in there no longer, I'll start charging him rent." Look out when he starts yanking fucking steering wheel.
cow. Instead of other cause he put them in a lot more danger than what they was already in. Jesus.
Polite.
Who are you? What do you want?
I'll go see if she wants a drink because she's been out there listening to Buddhist chants or them Buddhist bell chimes, whatever it is.
Yeah.
See if she wants a drink.
Oh.
My stomach's settling down now. I'm not quite ready for curry just yet.
Nah, we'll give it at least 8.
8. It's at least 8:30.
Hour and a half at least.
At least.
2 hours at most.
Yeah.
18, 19 to that 10 to 9.
Yeah, get it fired up, get rice on, go. Because I would have expected to have felt a lot worse, because I remember once, it was around Christmas time, might have been Boxing Day, went round to number 6 for chili. It was one of the best chilies I've ever had. And it did all the usual trimmings, you know, got a big bowl of grated cheese and garlic bread and all that. And I had one lot with, I'm not sure, rice or spaghetti, I can't remember now. And I went for a second helping, maybe not as much as the first helping.
But enough to have
But enough to where afterwards you feel ill. Because you basically, it's like, imagine a petrol tank, fuel tank. It's like you only want 19 gallons, but you put in 21. You know what I mean? It's like, and walking round, it was a good hour or so before I felt comfortable. But for at least an hour or two.
I don't think I had much for breakfast that day because I was still stuffed. So even it sort of affected me that way.
When there were nice breakfasts at the Bolwood Cafe, weren't there?
Oh. And still are, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's bog standard cafe grub. It's not like exactly the Ritz-Carlton or...
You don't need it to be, you just want a nice breakfast.
Yeah, it's a bog standard. Like me, I had beans on toast. You will have probably full English.
Yeah.
With hash browns and that.
Hash brown, beans, bacon and sausages, and that was it. Lovely. And you had the beans on toast and coffee. Is it tea? Yeah, tea.
Yeah, there were 3 newspapers which you'd cover a quick reader, and off we would go up to the train station to get us all day tickets.
They were going to that shop to get Oyster card first. News agents type thing.
We could have.
I remember going there.
We made them once, but I think we got most of our tickets from. There was a vending machine in the ticket hall, and you got zones 1 to 6. It used for trains, underground, overground, buses, and trains. But
So it covers you all day basically.
Yeah.
But only zones 1 to 6.
Yeah, I think zones 7 to 9 were like
You used to pay.
towards like Watford and.
Oh Jesus Christ! Look, I never near there.
But as I found out on one of my solo visits, I decided to go. Normally I would get off at St Pancras and wander there and get a chew somewhere else. Well, on this particular occasion, I crossed over the road to King's Cross because there's more tube lines on at the King's Cross part, and I tried my ticket but it won't work. And the reason why it won't work is because the ticket that we get out of the vending machine is off peak, so I couldn't go for that barrier at King's Cross underground entrance until at least 9:30 in the morning.
All night.
No, I went to half 9 in the morning because you got to think there's all the commuters going to